everyone. I'm Meg, and I was going to give a short demo on the Custom Map Manager. However, I think a lot of the stuff that we are going to go over with Custom Map Manager is already in a tutorial. So I was trying to come up with some things that I can show you that were not in the tutorial. So the first thing I want to go into is uploading the custom map. So you can see my screen in the background. I have a Themis map, and up front I have Gale Crater. This is the map that I uploaded. One of my favorite features that does not go into the tutorial is when you come in and you upload a map, sometimes you accidentally put the wrong corner points. And I don't know about anybody else, but I've definitely mixed up my Latin long before. So instead of having to restart an upload, you can actually come into your existing custom map manager, go to your existing maps, click on the map that you messed up on, and you can say reprocess map. And this is one of my favorite features because it allows the map to just do kind of a quick reprocess instead of having to re-upload onto our network. So keep that in mind if you ever upload a map and put the points in accidentally. The other thing we're going to go over is what you see after you upload a map. So I uploaded Gale Crater, and if you come into Gale Crater and double click the screen, you can see that it gives you some options for this map. And if you look on the left-hand side of my map, you'll see that there's a black line and on the bottom of it too. So this particular map had an ignore value of 0. And when I uploaded it, I didn't put the ignore value in. So if you come into your options panel, you can come in here and say 0, enter. And now you'll notice all my null values that were 0 are taken away. This is really helpful when you upload a map that's really big and taking up extra space. So this particular one had a very small sliver of null values, but sometimes you'll get one that takes up the whole screen. So coming in here and playing with your ignore values can be really helpful if you didn't do it in the upload process. Another thing to keep in mind is if you upload a map, sometimes high resolution maps, the corner points in the header that you get are not super accurate, or they can be wrong in general. So you can come in here and actually nudge your map, which is also really helpful. So I'll put it on like 5 or 10 just so you can see that my map is actually moving. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully everybody sees it moving a little. And then when you take it off, it's loading really quick. When you change your opacity, you can see that it no longer really adds up with that crater on top because I've nudged it. And then if you actually go too far or you realize that it wasn't the right thing, you can reset it. The other thing I really like about the options panel when you already upload a map is your stages. So for this particular map, I uploaded just a regular picture. There's no numeric data. So if you go into add and do a color stretcher, you can't do it based off pixel data because this one doesn't have it. But you can see here that this is your current color for your map. But if you right click this tab, you can manually change the color it goes to, or you can go to a preset color. So we will go full spectrum. And now you can see that it's changed the picture, obviously, from a grayscale to a color scaled. If I had a numeric map, I didn't want to go too much into this one because we already have tutorials on profile lines and what you can do for exporting numeric maps. But you can also draw profile lines and see the chart straight in here, which is really helpful. And there was one more thing I wanted to show in your layer manager. So a lot of people don't actually realize this part, and it briefly goes into the tutorial, but a really helpful feature is this top part of your panel. You can right click and you can say manage columns. And in here, you can take off and put on different columns. So for me, I love to see the upload date because a lot of times I'll upload multiple maps in a time frame, and I like to see when I did which one. A lot of times I take some of these off. I also like to view my min max because I like to see exactly where my map is supposed to be, but a lot of people don't like that one on there. But this is really nice. If you want to look at your abstract, you can do that as well. You can even come in here and say edit, and you can change your name, add the ignore value that I was talking about earlier, or in here, you can add specifics to your map. So the tutorial doesn't go over this part too much, but you can actually add a description in here. Say you had a citation because you got this map from a presentation or a PDF, you can put that in here and save it. And then it will save in your custom map manager so that you can see that information. And that's pretty much it. I mean, the custom map manager, to be honest with you, is an excellent tool so you can view your data. So it's really powerful if you want to bring your own data in and then do your own analysis. But that's about it. Any questions?
Yeah, Mike, I got a quick question for you.
Yeah.
So you showed how to reprocess a map, like if you put your lat/lon data in incorrectly. How do you actually update the lat/lon information before you do that? Otherwise, I assume you're going to get the same results.
I'm not quite sure what you mean. So you're saying if you come in here and say reprocess,
yeah,
you can edit.
Okay, it reprompts you for that information there. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So here you can see that these numbers are white. That means they're editable. But if you came in here and said just edit, which is not a reprocess, you cannot click on these to redo. You can really only update the other things.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking I was going to have to go edit and then reprocess, but you're saying reprocess prompts you for the new values.
Yeah. And honestly, if you just click your map, you can go straight to this reprocess button as well.
Got it. Okay. And on that screen, you could have also specified the ignore value if you wanted at that point. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Yep. Well, I think that's about it. And, thanks for letting me go over some small things of the custom map that weren't in the tutorial. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Meg.
Thank you, Meg.